Now to the developing story
It's a
we've
nightmare
been
you
following
do
all
not
evening
want to be
long.
in.
We now know at least 6 people were hurt when a man threw flaming devices at a crowd of people in downtown Boulder, Colorado. Christian Benavides has the latest
And then
on
here's
what the
the
FBI is
Colorado
calling
stuff,
it a
right?
targeted terror attack.
The attack happened early Sunday afternoon in front of the county courthouse in downtown Boulder, where a march was taking place to raise awareness of Israeli hostages still being held in Gaza.
The initial callers indicated that there was a man with a weapon and that people were being set on fire.
According to Boulder police, multiple people were injured in the attack. Those injuries ranged from minor to serious.
When we arrived, we encountered multiple victims that were injured with injuries consistent with burns and other injuries. This was a beautiful Sunday afternoon in downtown Boulder on Pearl Street, and this act is unacceptable.
Witnesses were
Imagine
shaken.
if the media covered the Boulder
It was
attack the way
chaos.
they
People were
cover
arriving on the
attacks in
ground.
Gaza.
It was traumatic to watch.
We had seen burn marks on the ground. There were Israeli
used a
protester flags on the
flamethrower
ground,
and
we saw
Molotov
a couple people getting
cocktails to
wheeled out
attack
on,
elderly demonstrators.
Members of the Jewish community in Colorado have condemned the attack, while FBI Director Kash Patel said on social media it was a targeted terror attack. At a late-night press conference, the FBI identified the suspect as Mohammed Solomon.
Yeah,
This
guy.
attack happened at a regularly scheduled weekly peaceful event. Witnesses are reporting that the subject used a makeshift
Molotov
flamethrower
cocktail
and threw an incendiary device into the crowd. The suspect was heard to yell "Free Palestine" during the attack.
Police say it is not known if he acted alone or as part of a larger network. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
The White House says President Trump was briefed on the attack. We'll continue following updates on the investigation and bring you the very latest around the clock on the free 5 News app.
There he is, getting caught.
Overseas now, the Security Service of Ukraine says it launched unprecedented drone strikes against Russia, targeting dozens of strategic bombers at several bases. This comes as the two countries are set to meet in Istanbul tomorrow for ceasefire talks. ABC's Marcus Moore has the details.
Ukraine's domestic intelligence agency, the SBU, carrying out a large-scale operation Sunday, targeting Russian military airfields. Dramatic video shared with ABC News by the SBU shows aircraft being hit and bursting into flames. The attacks carried out at different airfields in 5 Russian regions, some home to Russian strategic bombers. A source within the SBU claims they hit more than 40 military aircraft that they say, quote, bomb Ukrainian cities every night. A source in the SBU tells ABC News the operation had been planned for more than a year and a half. Drones were concealed inside makeshift mobile houses with retractable roofs, which were then placed on trucks. The source said those roofs opened remotely and the drones flown out to strike. Russian officials are also investigating 2 train derailments they say happened after 2 bridges were blown up in separate Russian regions, this near the border with Ukraine. Meanwhile, Moscow continued its massive air assault. The Ukrainian Air Force reported 479 drones and missiles were launched into the country overnight in one of the largest aerial attacks of the 3-year-old war. Amid all of this volatility, Russia has proposed a new round of peace talks to be held in Istanbul on Monday. And 2 U.S. senators who were in Kyiv on Friday have warned Russian President Vladimir Putin is stalling on peace talks while preparing a new military offensive against Ukraine.
Ending this war the right way makes the world safer. If you end it in a way like we did with Afghanistan, you're setting the world on fire.
Putin will keep going if he's not stopped in Ukraine. And then we will have to put troops on the ground by virtue of our treaty obligations.
The senators say a sweeping U.S. sanctions bill backed by 82 of their colleagues could be the last chance to sever the economic lifeline fueling Russia's war. Marcus Moore, ABC News, London.
Right? I mean, it's the same with Israel, right? Oh, why are they launching these nukes without saying anything to the U.S.? Well, because they don't need to say anything to the Well, I mean, they are probably saying something. It's just, right, they're not relaying it in a manner that's slow enough for everyone to, right, be on top of it. Yeah, it's just people are too slow with information. I mean, it was the same thing with the Pakistan India stuff, right? They said, fuck it, we're just you fuck with us, we're fucking with you back. And now look at how Kashmir is doing. And they might be still fighting. And there's the Ukraine unprecedented drone attacks. Yeah, here's more of the drone footage. Ukraine destroys several warplanes during major drone attack on Russian airfields. Yeah, I'm guessing these are the Russian airfields, right? Oh shit, that just got bombed right there. Literally. It just blew up right as soon as the fucking drone got there. Yeah, then there's this. Ukraine launches massive drone strike on air bases deep inside Russia. Ukraine launched unprecedented drone strikes deep inside Russia during dozens of strategic bombers at several bases, according to the Ukrainian officials in video published on social media. Well, it matters. The wide-ranging attack took place shortly before Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky announced he is sending a delegation headed by Minister of Defense Rustem Umerov to ceasefire talks with Russia in Istanbul on Monday. Ukraine did not notify the Trump admin of the attack in advance. A Ukrainian official said, I told you. U.S. official also told reporters that Trump admin was not made aware of the attack. Well, why would he fucking tell you? This is what happened, right? These people just want to perpetuate the war more. That's all it looks like. Then again, I don't think they're gonna fucking sit idly by and just let, shit play out as it is. Right? Because as days go on without a ceasefire, or, without an actual deal signed, they're just resupplying, stocking up, yada, yada, yada. Regrouping. Time is of the essence. State of play, Ukrainian intelligence, driving the news, Ukrainian officials told Axios the operation codenamed Spiderweb, was conducted by the country's security service and was planned for a year and a half. The head of Ukraine's security service, Vasyl Malyuk, ran the operations. Oh, see, they were already planning it for a year and a half. See, and the U.S. didn't even know about it. Ukrainian intelligence agents launched 117 attack drones from trucks that have been covertly placed near Russian air bases. Oh, wait, are these the drones that they were fucking like, hey, we need more money. Can you give us more money, please? Hey, you didn't give us that package yet. I'm guessing these are the packages that they were hiding. and that they were fucking right propagating. Some of them in Siberia, thousands of kilometers from Ukraine. About 40 Russian military planes. Zoom in. Confirmed air bases in 5 different parts of Russia were attacked. 3 of the regions the attacks were repelled, the ministry claimed. What they're saying, Zelensky wrote on X that he had a meeting with the heads of the military and security services to get a briefing on the results of the operation and on the ceasefire talks with Russia that will take place on Monday. There you have it. And then there was this. It occurred amid uncertainty over a new round of peace talks proposed by Moscow. This was during the drone attack, I think. They also hit a bridge. Possibly. Killing 7 people, injuring dozens. Russian officials alleging the bridge has been deliberately blown up. Occurred amid certainty over whether Kiev diplomats will participate in a new round of peace talks proposed by Moscow on Monday in Istanbul amid growing frustration in Washington over the impasse between Russia and Ukraine. First bridge collapse late Saturday in the Bryansk region, crashing onto railways tracks, and derailing on an approaching train. Bryansk Gov Alexander Bogomaz said Sunday morning. Unfortunately, there are 7 fatalities. He posted on Telegram, later saying that 47 people had been hospitalized. You have it. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but yep. Here you go, another incident. It looks like Zelensky got mad for being stood up, and now he's retaliating. I guess this is what Putin wanted. I think this is why Putin didn't want to go to the ceasefire talks. Because he knew some shit was happening, maybe? But it's hard to say. Homeland Security removes sanctuary jurisdictions list as Virginia counties push back. What is this? The suspect... Okay. Maybe we should do the Boulder stuff.
Around 1:30 this afternoon.
Oh, wait, this is 17 minutes? Oh, fuck that. No, we're not doing that. Boulder attack on act of terrorism. Yeah, this is 17. Oh, this is them talking about it.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Griff Jenkins in New York. A man is in police press conference.
R.K. McCall.
Let's listen in.
FBI Denver Special Agent in Charge, Mark McCulloch.
Well, we'll
His
see.
name is Mark,
Let's see what the officials say.
M-A-R-K, McCulloch, M-I-C-H-A-L-E-K. After that, you will hear from Boulder Police Chief Stephen Redfern. That is S-T-E-P-H-E-N. Redfern is R-E-D-F-E-A-R-N. After the 2 men speak, we will take a few questions at the end. Thank you. And now, Mr. McCulloch.
The FBI shares in the sorrow of the Boulder community, especially to those who have family or friends injured in this tragedy. We have surged resources and personnel to the scene. Our special agents, our victim specialists, and evidence response teams are doing everything they can to assist our law enforcement partners. In the coming days, we will continue to support the victims and help uncover the events leading up to this terrible attack. Know that we stand with you, we grieve with you, and we are here to help for as long as it takes. We're early in the investigation, but some details have emerged. I'm able to confirm there are 6 victims, ages 67 to 88. All of them have been transported to local hospitals. This attack happened at a regularly scheduled weekly peaceful event. Witnesses are reporting that the subject used a makeshift flamethrower and threw an incendiary device into the crowd. The suspect was heard to yell, "Free Palestine," during the attack.
Why is it always old
The
people,
subject
by
has
the
been
way?
identified as Mohammed
Well, I mean, I wouldn't
Sabri
say
Solomon,
always old people.
and he's 45 years old.
But some of the,
FBI is
some of
processing
the,
the crime scene and the
some of the
subject
people
vehicle
who've
and
been trying
interviewing
to
key
fucking
witnesses.
go
We're assisting
suicide
Boulder
have been
Police in
trying
providing technical, analytic, and additional forensic resources.
have been,
As a result
have
of
been
these
older
preliminary
people
facts, it is clear that
here.
this is a targeted act of violence, and the FBI is investigating this as an act of terrorism.
I guess
Sadly,
except for
attacks like this
the-
are
for
becoming
that
too
one,
common across the country.
the other guy
This is an
was, like,
example of how perpetrators of
20-something,
violence continue to threaten communities
where he
across
shot
our
the
nation.
two embassy members.
It's our job, the FBI, the Boulder Police, and our law enforcement and community partners, to bring these criminals to justice and keep our communities safe. We're asking for the public's help as we continue to investigate this horrific act of violence. I'll direct anyone that has phone calls, that wants to make phone calls to 1-800-CALL-FBI. And if you have digital evidence, whether that is video or social media posts or anything that can help the investigators, please send that to fbi.gov/Boulder Attack, BOULDERATTACK. Our strength as a society comes from our shared values and our commitment to protecting one another. Any attempt to protect, any attempt to divide us through fear or harm has no place in Boulder, in Colorado, or anywhere in our nation. We stand in full solidarity with those targeted, and we will continue to ensure that justice is pursued swiftly, that support is provided to victims and their communities, and preventative action is taken to protect everyone's safety. Now I'll turn it over to Boulder Police Chief Redford.
Thank you, Special Agent in Charge. As was mentioned, my name is Stephen Redfern. I serve as the police chief here in Boulder. I want to thank, first and foremost, the FBI for their swift response today and our partnerships which preceded this attack today. We are very grateful for their assistance and we'll be working hand in hand moving forward. I want to give first an update on the scene. As many of you are aware, we have several blocks closed off in downtown Boulder surrounding the courthouse. We are still clearing that area for devices. We have multiple teams of K9 and our bomb squad and hazmat teams in that area. I cannot at this point give you a time, an estimated time for opening of that area downtown. We're hopeful it will be this evening. We understand that people's vehicles are in that area that's closed and they'd like to get them. Please follow the Boulder Police Twitter account or other social media as well. We will report on that when we open that area. We want to be reasonably sure as best as we can before we open the area and let people go back there to businesses to get their vehicles that it is as safe as possible. The courthouse, I will announce, the courthouse will be closed tomorrow. There is business in that courthouse through the Boulder County. It will be closed tomorrow as we continue this investigation. Just a couple of mentions. We know there's other events, including things going on this evening in town and in the coming week, and we are ensuring that we have resources there at those events to ensure that people are able to go about their business safely in light of this attack. But as always, we urge people to call 911, call us if they see suspicious behavior, if they see someone that's acting in a manner that appears to be suspicious. We would like to receive that call, go out and verify whether somebody's behavior is malicious or not. I want to thank our law enforcement partners. I started by thanking the FBI, but when this call came out today, we asked for help from all of our partnering agencies, some of whom are here today, and I can't thank you enough. It's not the first time we've had to do that here in Boulder, and it's not the first time that we've had to do that in the metro area. And the Special Agent in Charge referenced partnerships. When we put out the call today, we had a lot of help, both locally and from the region, and I really can't thank our partners enough. Also, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the first responders today. When this call came out today, our officers rushed as quickly as they could somewhere close to the area, and they immediately ran into a chaotic situation where a man was throwing Molotov cocktails and using other devices to hurt people.
Oh.
Our officers, as they're trained, immediately interacted with the suspect, took him into custody, and then began rendering aid to those victims. And I'm very proud of our response today. I'm very proud of our partners as well with the fire department and well as American Medical Response. Before we take some questions, I just want to say that Boulder is not immune to tragedy, sadly, and I know a lot of people are scared right now. A lot of people are upset and questioning how this happened and why. All I know is Boulder has recovered before from acts of violence, and we will again recover. I urge the community in this time to come together. Now is not the time to be divisive, and we will continue to ensure community safety along with all of our partners. To echo the special agent in charge comments, our hearts go out to everyone affected today. Here and in Colorado, we understand that this has a ripple effect in many communities, and we are continuing to stand with and support the victims affected today by this attack. With that, I think we'll turn it back over to our public information officers.
We've got time for a few questions. I'll call on some folks.
Vicki, I have a
Sure.
question for Special Agent McCulloch. Is there any information that could indicate that this individual that is in custody is linked to a greater network or any particular group?
Not at this time. The subject is in custody, but this will be a thorough and complete investigation, and those checks are ongoing.
Colleen?
Could you please tell us the spelling of this suspect's name and what custody he's in? Is he going to face federal charges or state charges? What's next for him?
Got it here.
Oh, sorry. Do you have the? Yeah, because she doesn't have. Yeah.
His name is spelled Mohammed, M-O-H-A-M-E-D, Sabry, S-A-B-R-Y, Solomon, S-O-L-I-M-A-N. And we are early in the investigative process. Both teams are working side by side collaboratively, and we'll see where the investigation goes.
Yeah, Kaylee.
Yep, there it is.
For the chief, any update on victims' conditions, how they're doing?
I mean, yeah, they got a clear picture.
Yes, and I'm not sure if we stated prior, but it's been reported to us that the victims' age ranged from about 67 to 88, I believe we mentioned. We know that 4 of those victims were taken to Boulder Community Hospital and remain there or have been released. I don't know the status of that. 2 additional victims were airlifted to the Denver metro area, I believe to Aurora Hospital burn unit. At this time, all 6 victims are still being treated. And again, our thoughts are heavily focused on their recovery right now.
Anything on the conditions of that?
So the question was about the condition of the victims. The last update I had is that at least 1 victim was very seriously injured, probably safe to say critical condition, and then other victims received more minor injuries. I think there's a wide range, but we haven't talked to doctors yet and gotten an actual rundown of specific injuries.
And it doesn't include the suspect, does it?
The suspect was injured. The suspect was taken to the hospital, and he was examined there as well. I'm not sure if he's been taken to the correctional facility yet or not.
One more question?
There are people online who claim to be witnesses that say there was a second attacker. Can you speak to that at all?
What I can say, and I will say that I've been involved in several of these mass casualty events in my career, and there is almost always reports of multiple suspects. It's very typical. We did receive reports of differing descriptions. From everything we know in the witness briefings and interviews that we've done at this point, we do not believe that there is an additional suspect at large. We're not going to say that with absolute certainty because we're still conducting a lot of interviews, but we believe that the initial report of 2 suspects, we have not been able to confirm that, and we're fairly confident we have the lone suspect in custody.
All right, so we also had a question about the prosecution. Boulder District Attorney Michael Doherty is present and can elaborate a little bit on that. I'll turn the mic over to him at this time.
Good evening. I'm Michael Doherty. I'm the District Attorney for Boulder County, and first I want to echo what the Chief and the Special Agent in charge said. Our hearts go out to the victims, their loved ones, and our community. I also want to recognize the community members who responded and tried to render aid in the moments after this horrific attack took place, as well as who helped law enforcement, which acted with great courage in apprehending the suspect who is now in custody. I will emphasize that we're in the very early stages here, but the response by federal, state, and local officials is underway, and I greatly appreciate the work of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. There are many agents. We have the Colorado State Patrol here, Boulder County Sheriff's Office, and of course the Boulder Police Department. They're working hand in hand to ensure that we secure all the evidence, all the information, and all the witness statements we need to hold the attacker fully accountable. That is my promise. To hold the attacker fully accountable.
Especially
The U.S. Attorney's Office and my office have a strong working relationship.
Federal.
We've worked on cases in the past. And as you know, when it's a mass attack, whether it be King Soopers, Club Q, Planned Parenthood, the list goes on, and unfortunately and tragically, that list is too long for the state of Colorado. But from those experiences, we have forged really strong working relationships and ensuring that we do everything possible, everything we can do and need to do to secure justice for the victims, their family members, and the Boulder community, as well as the state of Colorado. So we're in close communication with the U.S. Attorney's Office. The U.S. Attorney and I just spoke on the phone again now, and in the coming days, decisions will be made about what charges to file and where. There's a couple different options, but what I would stress now, most importantly, is we are fully united, 100%, in making sure the charges we bring hold the attacker fully accountable. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you all for coming. The Boulder Police Department and
All
the
right, there it
FBI
is.
will summarize some of what was said at this news conference, and we'll have a news release we'll put out on our social media accounts later this evening. We don't anticipate another press conference tonight. Thank you.
Hey, Sean
Sorry,
Hannity
excuse
here.
me.
Hey, click here
Boulder
to
should be
subscribe to
working
Fox News
closely with
YouTube
Tom
page
Homan.
and catch our hottest interviews
Tom
and most
Homan,
compelling analysis. You
Borzov.
will not get it anywhere else.
CNN's not covering this because it hurts their narrative. Oh yeah, I bet. I mean, especially when it comes to like free, like whenever it comes to like all the free Palestine shit. Yeah, some of the news media outlets will not touch it because it's gonna fucking hurt them. At least their shareholders or whoever's giving whoever's giving them money is like, hey, don't do this, don't cover this. I don't want you covering this. Cover something else. Right. Was Ray Epps there as well? Jesus. Yeah, Ray Epps was the Fed informant that was at the January 6th shit. Being a Fed. Alright, what do we got? Homeland Security removes sanctuary jurisdictions list as Virginia counties push back. Oh yeah, I heard Trump was trying to like take an axe to a lot of the sanctuary jurisdictions because they're being unconstitutional now with all those shit going on.
The Department of Homeland Security's list of so-called sanctuary jurisdictions, which included several localities from our area, is now missing from the agency's website. The sudden removal comes as some of those communities pushed back because they say they were listed incorrectly. CBS 6's Maggie Marshall explains what we're learning about the disappearance of this page.
This is the error message that appears when visiting the Department of Homeland Security's
Honestly,
Sanctuary
you should get rid of sanctuary
The message says the page may have been moved, deleted, or is otherwise unavailable.
Because all it does is protect
Like
criminals.
this, listing more than 500 localities, including
As
Richmond,
it can be seen now,
Chesterfield,
as of
Hanover
right now,
counties
it's being seen as
sanctuary
protecting criminals.
jurisdictions, or places the DHS listed as places that are obstructing immigration enforcement. DHS said each city listed would receive formal notice for violating or not complying with federal law. But localities across the country and here in Central Virginia are pushing back, insisting they are in compliance. In Chesterfield, the sheriff's office and Commonwealth's attorney said they don't know why the county was listed and have contacted state and federal partners but have not gotten a response. Henrico leaders said they were surprised to see their name on the list, saying they believe they're following federal immigration laws and haven't been notified otherwise. Hanover officials also said they're fully cooperating with federal laws and are seeking clarification, but have yet to receive an explanation. A Richmond spokesperson says the city does not identify as a sanctuary city. They added that the Richmond Police Department has not signed a 287 agreement with ICE, which would authorize local officers to perform certain immigration enforcement functions. Governor Youngkin addressed the website on Friday, saying Virginia is not a sanctuary state.
I do believe that each locality will be responding, and I think we'll see a bunch of them to say, no, we don't belong on this list. And I think the ones that don't do that, we should collectively really ask, why not? Why aren't you willing to collaborate and cooperate with federal resources to remove violent criminals who are here illegally from your jurisdiction and keep your citizens safe?
Senator Tim Kaine commented on the list on his Facebook page, writing, Trump has mass fired feds.
Oh no, not Tim Kaine, dude. Who was this guy again? Is this the mayor of Virginia?
Is not a sanctuary state.
I do believe that
or is this the governor?
Locality will be responding, and I think we'll see a bunch of them to say, no, we don't belong on this list. And I think the ones that don't do that, we should collectively really ask, why not?
Right, the mayor or governor is asking for collaboration, but the senator, right, Tim Kaine, right, he doesn't want it to happen.
Keep your citizens safe.
Senator Tim Kaine commented on the list on his Facebook page, writing, Trump has mass fired feds, including a record number of vets, It seems the admin is using AI to do their work, causing idiotic errors. We'll work to fix them, mindful that this kind of incompetence is why VA voters have always rejected Trump. DHS did not directly respond to why the website was down Sunday, but they did issue a statement saying the list is being constantly reviewed and can be updated regularly. They said they listed localities based on if they identified as one, were in non-compliance of immigration laws, had restrictions on information sharing, and legal protections for illegal aliens. In Richmond, Maggie Marshall, CBS 6 News.
All right, there you go. And then what do we got here?
Democrats have to stop being against Donald Trump and start being for something.
I'll defend the Democrats. They are for things. Illegal aliens, you're for boys and girls sports. I mean, you are for things. And that's why you have such struggles right now in your party, because you're not for anything that's on the right side of any of the 80-20 issues that are driving this cultural divide in America. I think Westmore's actually a pretty talented communicator. The other person who spoke in South Carolina, Tim Walz, is this special mixture of extreme buffoonery and a mean spirit, which is a toxic brew. He is not the future of the Democratic
honestly,
Party.
every time Tim Walz speaks, it's like, dude, what are you even fucking saying?
interesting.
He's fucking
More is interesting. Probably more interesting. More is interesting.
This dude's fucking cracking up. He's cracking up. He's just like, what are you... How could you say this? This dude's got a fucking stick up his ass. This guy's having fun. Oh yeah, he's loving it. To be honest, we're glad they have Tim. That way they have less chances. I mean, yeah. Literally, it just points to them and just be like, yo, look at this fucking retard right here.
Crockett, AOC. I mean, those are the true leaders of your party right now.
She's still clapping. Yeah, the fact that they were trying to like boost up Jasmine Crockett and AOC, right? It's like, ugh.